You know what I'm thirsty for? Fallout 4. Hi and welcome to our podcast where today we're going to be talking about basically just our experience with Fallout 4. We have not beaten it, we have not finished it, but we only put a few hours into it. And by few hours, I mean more than 10.
Indeed.
I believe you put more than 10 hours in there, right?
Oh yeah, it's I put an unhealthy amount so far. Let's not talk about numbers.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. But before we start talking about our beautiful experiences in the world of Fallout 4, I am the Psychonaut. I just want to introduce myself.
And I'm the Taco Man, but you can call me Taco.
Oh, good. It's so hard to remember your first name.
I know, right?
Okay, but yeah, so Fallout 4. Uh, again, I didn't beat it, but so far, it's got good things and bad things. It's by no means a perfect game or what on the level that I expected it to be. But let's start off with the good things first.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Good things. Story so far. I find it really hilarious that in number 3, you were a son looking for your Liam Neeson of a father, and in this one, you're just the father looking for your son. And I just like the swap. It's like,
Yeah,
like, okay,
keeps it interesting, I guess.
but
Sort
I
of.
don't, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but I swear to God, they were like, hey, we made Fallout 3, and then our sub-company made Fallout New Vegas, right? Because they're not the ones who made it. They have their name on it, but it wasn't their creation, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's
But
right. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I'm more than sure that I'm right. So that happens where they're like, oh, we made Fallout 3. Everyone loved it. Then our sub-company or whatever made Fallout New Vegas. It was fine, but it wasn't as loved as number 3. Now it's back to our turn. What do we do? What was our story? A kid looking for his father? Brilliant. Let's switch that around. It's like, yeah, creative department?
I mean, I'm just wondering what other alternatives do you think they could do, in your opinion?
I really liked New Vegas's idea of you're just some random guy. You know, you weren't born in a vault, or a woman. Like, you weren't born in a vault. You were just someone who lived on the outside world, so they didn't have to re-explain everything. Because in the third game, right, they were like, okay, so you came out of the vault. Let me give you the rundown of, like, everything's trying to kill you. There's factions. There's that. There's this. But in New Vegas, they're like, you already know all this as a player. So we're not going to reintroduce the world again. It's just you're on the surface and you know of vault dwellers. But in this one, it's like they kind of went back. So what I like New Vegas is that you had no ties to a vault, which means like the story didn't revolve of like, why did you come out of the vault? It was just, hey, get revenge. By the way, the ending is going to vary by that, or that. So you get to pick which way you want to go. Again, I didn't beat Mass Effect 4 yet. Mass Effect 4, Jesus. Fallout 4 yet, but it's like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to have so many varying branches of how you can finish the game yet. Because of the story, it kind of keeps it, linear.
Yeah.
That's the quote-unquote problem I have with the story. I just find it funny. It's like you just reverse the roles of Fallout 3.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a little more creatively thought out, but I mean, at least hopefully for their next game, they'll definitely mix it up. I mean, you can't really go back to looking for your dad or mom or whatever.
Yeah, because it's
That'll
like,
be like, yeah, way too repetitive.
we see a pattern.
Yeah. I'm looking for my grandfather. I don't know.
Spoiler alert, he's dead. How could this have happened? Well, you took too long with side quests. That would be really funny. That would have been really cool if, like, you're looking for Sean, which I love the fact that your son's name is Sean. Because it brings me back to Heavy Rain. And it is the funniest thing. Because you know the whole Jason thing, where your second son's name is Sean. So at the end of the game, you're like, Sean.
Oh, God.
So every time anyone in the game goes like, oh, you're looking for Sean, I'm like, Sean!
Where's my son?
Yeah, but I would love it if like you took too long with the side quests and they're like, yeah, your son like grew up, he's dead, already had a wife and kids, like, it's just time passed. They're dead. You took too long.
You just missed him by just a few days.
Oh, that's what I hate about Fallout 3. Hey, did you see my father? Yeah, he just walked past here like a day ago, and I'm like, always one step behind.
Pretty
Fuck
much.
you, Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so the way it opens up the game, graphically wise, because a lot of people care about graphics, I think the game looks fine the way it is.
Yeah, I have no complaints. And it's definitely an improvement. I remember Fallout 3 and New Vegas. New Vegas being maybe a little better, but they were
Yeah, a
both
touch.
like if you go, for example, in the more urban environments like buildings and you see like the concrete and all that, like that stuff was just so low res. Like it was like it almost looked like you're in a part of a game where you're not supposed to be just because of like they're like, oh yeah, we didn't render this texture over here. So I noticed a lot of that. And no, but graphics now are much more improved. The vegetation, the like lighting, just everything looks a whole lot better. And even lighting, just I have no complaints.
Definitely. I will admit I was one of those people when the trailers first got shown. Like I was shitting my pants, so excited to finally Fallout 4's coming out, and it was a Boston thing. But when they showed me, the very first time the game, I looked at it and I was like, it looks like a PS2 game, and I kind of feel like it looked worse than it does now because they weren't ready with the game yet, which could
Hmm.
be the case. But it looked too cartoony. And I was a hater for it, and then I kind of stepped back and I was like, but it doesn't really matter. But when I bought the game and I'm playing it, it does have a touch of realism and a touch of cartoony-ish. Like it's not looking realistic like, the last Batman game that came out or anything like that, like, or GTA. Like it doesn't go for that kind of realism, but I think that's where it's strong. Because if it did go for the realism, it would have just kind of ruined the entire game.
Yeah.
Because Fallout is a weird joke in a way. It's like it's trying to be realistic, but it's got such stupidity in it and such like weird ass aspects in like dialogue that you can't take it too seriously. So if
Yeah.
the graphics were trying to be like, oh, look how serious we are, but the story and the dialogue and everything else is cartoony, it would have never matched. It would have just been
Yeah.
like, what are you trying to be? So I feel like graphic-wise, they did fine. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Hmm. No complaints here.
Yeah, and like you said, the lighting looks phenomenal. Looking at the sun, the rays, looking over yonder, literally on the map, it's great. Granted, you can see rendering, but we're not there yet. we're not gonna go down that path yet. Um, no, lighting is good. The feel of the game, the ambiance, the whole way everything's built is phenomenal. I love walking into after Concord. There's like that one town that's kind of big, not really. It's just like a town in the middle of nowhere. And I walked through it, and I remember like this haze came in, and it was like misty, and I was like freaking out because I couldn't see anything, and then ghouls just appeared. But it literally set up everything, even though like the mist was randomized. It physically, the game kind of just randomly set up this whole entire scenario that would freak me the fuck out. And it was brilliant. I loved it. I love the weather effects. They're great. How your hair and your clothes actually look damp and wet.
Yeah, and actually another cool thing, I don't think this was in the older games, how they have like radiation storms.
Okay, that's what I was going to talk about next. The first time that happened, I loved it and I freaked out at the same time.
I was like,
Because
should I be in shelters? I need to be in a bunker. What the fuck's going on?
and I was playing with my headphones on because I'm playing on the PS4, you're playing on the PC. So because like I couldn't have my TV too loud because it was like 3 in the morning, I had my headphones on and the noise, the ambiance was insane. Like it sounded so good. Everything was green. There was just lightning storms everywhere, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, it felt like an apocalypse. It felt like literally the end of the world was gonna happen all over again. The only downside is it never rains radiation.
No, no. When the storm goes on, if you're outside, you get radiation.
It's a flash of lightning that happens, and that like the area becomes a little bit radiated, but it's never a rain that
Yeah.
just like comes down and stays like a normal rain. Because you could argue that would be annoying, but that's kind of the world you live in, right?
Yeah.
So I would much rather have that and happen more frequently, just a tiny bit more frequently. Because it would be really cool to be like, okay, I'm gonna go do this mission, and it's gonna be the best mission ever, and I'm so ready, and then radiation rain, and you're like, okay, now I gotta go to bed, but I'm not near a bed. It's across the street. Shit. So you start booking it through the rain. You have to use Rad-X and Radaway and all that shit. I don't know. I think it would be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Because, like
you have to get to shelter. Like if it's coming, like you have to get to shelter and hide.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it would kind of stop you a little bit. Like, but just imagine you're walking from one city to another, right? Because you have to do this mission and you can't fast travel there. And you see the green tent just coming in slowly over the horizon, and you're freaking out because you have to like run because you can't survive in the radiation rain, and there's like death claws and everything else is popping out, and you're like, shit! And you really feel like everything's trying to kill you. Like, I don't know. I think that would be so freaking great.
I mean, what I mentioned about like taking shelter, they actually did that in Stalker, in the some of the like more popular mods. They're Oblivion Lost or some maybe possibly another one. Like you have a little device which sort of warns you of an impending storm. Like it starts beeping or whatever, and you're like, okay, so something's coming.
Like
and yeah, it's pretty much like get inside, and then like and not all buildings work. Like little thin wooden sheds, like they wouldn't do anything. You have to go into concrete, like or underground. Like you have to go into some serious heavy duty shit, and then you have to like ride it out, and like the whole ground shakes, and like the sky just goes red. Like it gets really crazy. But if you stay outside, the only way you could survive is if with like really rare and like really powerful anti-radiation resistance drugs. And if you don't have them and you caught outside, I'm pretty sure you just pretty much die. So like you really,
sweet.
Yeah, you really have to get inside. And I just think that's just awesome.
Like they missed out on that by not doing it. And it's kind of ironic because they're Fallout. Right? Like it's in the name.
Yeah.
But okay, no. So good things. Yeah, the story, nothing to write home about so far. Again, I haven't beaten it. We'll do on the next weekend, whatever. We'll talk about the story. But so far, it's fine. It's nothing holy shit. Fallout games never had a holy shit kind of story anyways. It was more your adventure and how you met people and what you did with them. Graphics are fine. Weather system is great. Sound is spot on. Characters
I like the new building stuff.
You have a lot of nice things to say about it, so you go first.
Okay. So, I mean, for anyone who's been following, there's actually, or if you haven't heard, there's actually a whole lot more possibility for personalization in the game. You can now fairly, like, you can pretty much customize weapons or armor, and even your bases now, settlements, which you help secure throughout your questing, and you can set up generators there, you can set up defenses, you can set up farms, water resources, you can even build buildings with beds, furniture. You can pretty much do whatever you want, and I've been really busy with that. I mean, I'm hooked on getting materials for like, all the walls, and then like set up turrets, and you get the copper wire, hook generators up to whatever turrets you want to power, lights you want to power. And honestly, if you like games like Minecraft or even Sims or anything where you build to just whatever you can imagine, this system is just awesome. And then plus the weapons you can fully customize. You can customize all the way from receivers to stocks to grips to barrels, and possibilities are endless. If you have the materials and the level requirements, you can literally make a little gun into a sniper rifle or like a close combat devastating weapon of some sort. So yeah, you can literally just be as personalized as you want with your character, your settlements, and the same goes for armor. You can and now you can actually have individual pieces of armor on different body parts, and you can customize those as well. So for anyone who likes to customize and not just use vanilla vanilla gear that essentially the developers put in, you're definitely gonna like these new features.
Agreed. But
yeah, I knew there was a but coming.
There's a huge but. Actually, I just want to say this for like everyone listening. I don't hate the game. I like it. I really, really do. It's keeping my attention from all my other games, honestly. Like, I have not played anything else. I even stopped my playthrough of Resident Evil 4 to do Fallout 4. But as much as I love the game, I don't want to be like everyone else saying it's the greatest thing ever, right? So I wanted to look at it at a different, like, with just neutral eyes. And let's go to the negative side. And if you have something positive to say about it, we're going to put it in there, right? Like, it's not just going to be like hate from now on.
Yeah.
But if we're being fair, the building system, they literally just looked at the New Vegas mods and they said people like to build their own stuff, right? Because I think it was what, Defense, Wasteland Defense, I think it was called, the mod for it. And
Possibly.
yeah, I think that's what it was called. If I'm wrong, yeah. But it's basically the same thing that you got in Fallout 4. That's what you could have done in New Vegas with the mod. And it was brilliant, right? You built your own little settlement, you got all that stuff, and you defended against raiders. Like, you would activate waves upon waves of raiders or like ghouls or anything else, and you had to like defend. Great. The developers looked at that and said, obviously that's what they want, that's what we're going to give it to them. Brilliant. Good move. Too bad you literally carbon copied everything that they did. I mean, the buildings float. They are just, it's a very janky way to build anything because the land is not flat all the time. So you get like these holes that just are like the biggest eyesore, and you know rad roaches and everything else can just crawl through that. The bed system is the weirdest thing I've ever seen because you can ask your settlers, like, you know, what complaints do you have? They're like, oh, we need more water. Fine, you put a little bit more pumps, right? That's fine. Oh, we need beds. You literally can just play Tetris with the beds. You will just go into one room and try to fill the entire floor with beds. Don't even make it so they can get to it because they don't ever sleep. They don't ever need to go there.
I don't know. I've seen them sleep a number of times.
Yeah, I know, but if you have more, not all of them sleep. It just needs to be there. So you literally just start doing like space management. That's all you do.
Yeah, that's a good
so
point.
So it's like a requirement that you don't physically get to see be used every time. You know, like the water supply. I never saw anyone drink out of it. Maybe they do, but it's more like you need the resources because, you know, people need to sleep, quote unquote. And I'm like, it'd be really cool if like I actually did see them sleep. And they always sleep in my bed. This is a personal thing.
Yeah,
they
I've noticed
always
that.
sleep in my bed. And I have killed that crackhead, whatever his name is, the one that you start, not Sturgis. Sturgis is the one that like helps you build. The other guy, the one that lost his child too. That crackhead always sleeps in my freaking bed. And I have quick saved and murdered him numerous times. But anyways, like, it's cool what you get to do with it, right? It's like a little mini game inside the game, and it's brilliant, but it's janky. It's not well done. The creators just kind of saw the mod, and then that, I feel like that's what they did. They just put that in there. Because like, if it was any other game, if it wasn't called Fallout, and it wasn't made by Bethesda, if it was like Ubisoft, they would have gotten ripped to shreds by that. So it's really not fair that these guys are getting away with it. Plus, Fallout 4, if we're being honest, is just a carbon copy of Fallout 3. That's all it is.
A number of improvements, but yeah.
Very little though. Like, again, I like the game. It's sweet. They ruined the dialogue. You used to have sentences that when you clicked on it, that's what your mute character actually said. But now it's like, yes, no, sarcastic, question mark. And I'm like, but I don't know how you're going to say, like, how are you being sarcastic? Are you being sarcastic like an asshole, or sarcastic as in, like, funny sarcasm?
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it's so limited to only 4 answers, and you're like, why? When you were a lady killer or a man killer or whatever, you used to have, like, these suave-ass things to say, and it was like, all of them were really funny dialogues that you would laugh by yourself just reading it, and now it's just like, yes, no, question mark, sarcasm.
Yeah, no, this is a problem because I'm currently trying to romance the female Piper. I won't say who she is, where you meet her, or anything. Don't want to spoil.
Yeah, I love her
but
too, though.
but she has like a fun little fiery personality, and she really likes it when you use sarcasm. Like anytime you pull it off well, it'll say Piper liked, like, you know, what you did. So I've been like using it when I took her on missions with me, and then I'm like, like I said the stuff that she liked. And I was like, yeah, it didn't sound too so bad. And then like something serious is going on. I have to be serious, but I have a sarcastic option. I say it, and I'm just like, wow, I just sound like an asshole, and it's not even that funny. And she didn't like it, and I'm like, wow, now I just sound like an asshole without any benefit. So yeah, I see what you're saying because you're like you don't know if it's gonna be good or not. So you're like, should I try?
Because like, I, it's really dumb. But they decided to do voice acting, right? And
Hmm.
it works. It's fine. It really doesn't bother me at all that it's not quote unquote my voice coming out of his mouth or whatever. It gives like the character a personality, I
Yeah.
guess, or you choose the personality, whatever. It's different than the other games because you were the character, but now you are playing a character. And again, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't at all. I like it. It feels very Mass Effect-y. Again, problem is that you don't have the long dialogues that you used to have. You don't know what you're actually saying. There's a limited amount of them. And it just... Where's the choice of going one way or another? My playthrough on YouTube that I'm doing is I'm trying to be an asshole to everyone. Like every single person that talks to me, I am trying to be a dick. Even the dog, I called him a mutt.
Aw.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I've realized that no matter how negative you go, no matter how many times you tell them your plan is stupid, your face is stupid, you're so stupid, everything's stupid, they're just like, fine, go do whatever you want. But the game always pushes you to do the right thing because you have no choice. And I'm like, where's the morale system? Where
I was
is it?
actually I was watching your first video when in the beginning where the salesman comes to your door and you're just being
Yeah.
a dick, but like because I played through it being nice, I was watching him and I'm like, he said like the reaction, the immediate reaction to what you say is different, but then 3 seconds later the same sentences start coming out of his mouth.
Yup, it just rolls
Like
back right into it.
yeah, so you can literally get away with like if you're trying to romance, obviously you're gonna get screwed over. But like for story wise, you could be as much of a dick and it won't alter anything.
Uh, in my second video, which is being uploaded, like, I only want you to watch the specific part where I meet Gavin. That's his name, Gavin, right? The
Yep,
Minuteman?
maybe.
Yeah.
I'm
It
bad with
is, isn't
names.
it? Well, I call him Calamity Jones because he looks like Fallout 3's sheriff.
Oh yeah, he
And I
does.
loved that guy. Like, he was so cool. But anyways, him, I was a complete douchebag to him. I turned him down at any compliment he gave me. I just swatted his ass. Like, I was taking nothing from him. And the game just goes like, yeah, you're an asshole, but guess what? You're still gonna have to be a nice person and do what I say. And it's like, but I thought Fallout was like, you create your own adventure? Uh, you know? Because in Fallout 3 you walked into Megaton and immediately, because of the karma system, which wasn't perfect by the way, the sheriff was like, you look like an asshole because you had a karma negative side to you. Or if you were good, you're like, I like you, you're a nice kid, and you're like, oh sweet. But even with the dialogue, you could immediately change it and have him hate you, even though you got a good karma or bad karma. And that's how he would always look at you. In this game, it's like, I could throw a brick in your face, and you're just gonna be like, come on, I need you to build a water supply for the settlement. And I'm like, I just throw a brick at your face.
Yeah, that's a different thing between
And
the
like,
games.
and like you said, yeah, if I try to romance someone, I will get screwed. They will hate me. I learned that with Codsworth. I think it was the first time I was playing.
Tried romancing him?
No, I didn't. I took the dog first. Uh, I met him, whatever, ran around, cool little dog, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, let me try, Codsworth. Let me try Coddy, see what he's got. He's overpowered as fuck. I love it. But as I'm walking with him, again, it was my first playthrough, so I was kind of trying to test out to see the karma system, if it was there or not. So this person asked me to help. I went into charisma, so he's like, here's the money. And I'm like, but I want more. So he's like, fine. And I'm like, but I can get even more. So like, I really hustled them out of money. And Codsworth goes like, oh, Codsworth doesn't like that. I'm like, why? Because he knew me like back before the war and I was a nice person? No, I wasn't. I was an asshole to the salesman. So why would he still assume that I'm a nice person?
No, I think that would happen to more characters. Like I sort of looked up stuff on romances, and they usually like it when you're very helpful to people or very generous, and I'll say they like it. Like for example, I had a number, either that really big armored guy, Dan's, or even Piper. Whenever like someone in a settlement is like, "Oh, I need help," like they took my family member, or they attack us, we need help. You just say, "Don't worry, I'll help you." It'll show that they they liked it. So they want to see you helping others. I mean, it could depend on the person too. Like I don't know if maybe there's some evil characters and they like to, watch you be a dick or something, but
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, do we know that there's gonna be any like bad companions like in Fallout 3? What was his name? Like Jarvis Genvis or whatever. That one guy that used to be a merc.
or
And he
even
will not
Jack,
even.
or whatever, the bald chick with all the
Oh, in Mass
tattoos.
Effect.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that her
well,
name?
yeah, it was Jack. Well, no, because I was gonna say like in Fallout 3, there's this one character that you meet in Megaton, and he will not hang out with you. He will not become your companion unless you got an evil karma, right? So
Huh.
it's obvious you have to be an asshole in the game to have him say, "I like it, kid. You got spunk." But in this game, as far as even like you telling me now, all of the characters just want you to help, and that's the one of the main problems I have with this game is the fact that I don't know if the game is short. I don't know if you just do the story mode, if it's super short or something, but the creators made it in a way that if you hear anyone even remotely talking about somewhere to go to explore, or a castle, or a freaking asylum, or a hospital, it immediately puts that quest in your quest log.
Yeah.
And you can't get away with it. You can never take it off. And it's really annoying because it's swamping my stuff. It's just so many quests. And I feel like they're pushing you to do all of these quests. They were really hoping that you do all of them, maybe to prolong the game? Like, I don't know. But I
Yeah.
feel kind of like... Because you can go up to anyone and they'll be like, oh, yeah, and you feel it in your bones that they're about to ask you to save someone for the 50th time. And you're like, I don't want to. I'm going to tell them no. And you tell them no, but it's like, no, not right now. And I'm like, why can't I just tell them no and no forever?
Well, I'm glad they don't automatically accept a quest. At least you got to say not right now.
No, but it's
If
still
they
in your
just,
quest log. That's the thing. So
because
it'll
I have
always
like,
be there.
I have like 8 or 9 active quests going on.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know where to start. I'm like, what do I feel like doing? Do I want to go help people, or do I want to go look for my son? Do I want to go do this, do that? I don't know.
Also, speaking of people, so far, again, none of us beat it yet. Well, none of us isn't out of us, too. But the dialogue, other than the choices and stuff, is really weird. Have you noticed that? There's random pauses in between people where they say nothing. The camera just kind of sits on your face, and you're just kind of like looking at them. They're looking at you. And then someone starts talking for no reason. And you're like, what was that intermission? Some people deliver their lines very well for 5 minutes, and then they drop the ball with like one phrase or something, and it throws me off. The only person that I have met in the game that is the greatest addition that I've ever seen in this game so far is Piper.
Yeah.
The woman delivers those lines like I feel like I'm actually talking to her. She moves correctly. I mean, like facial structure wise, like
Yeah.
her animations are correct. They're just really there. Other people like it's a hit and miss. But it's so weird that like I really feel like they went for a Mass Effect 2 kind of a game, because they even have the synths in there. Spoiler alert, but I'm not gonna tell you what the synths are. So they have a synth there, right? And that's super synthetic. It immediately made me think of like the Reapers. And like the whole kind of problem that they have. And at first I was like, oh, you guys put synths in here? That's really cool. Paranoia, yeah. Wait, hold on. What? And it just kind of, it's really weird so far.
Yeah.
Like the game is trying to be so many things with its side quests that it's really not. I did this one side quest where it had to choose like, either blue or green kind of thing. Like it was two opposite things that I had to pick. And I was like, oh, that's going to have huge ramifications. Nope. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, I hope that next weekend when we get on, I'm like, oh, I was wrong. Everything makes sense. Everything connects. But so far, it's janky. I hate the fact that they never... This is just Fallout 3, the Builder Edition or the Reconstruction Edition. It's not Fallout 4 to me. Only because, like, the people still walk on top of buildings. They still get stuck. Yeah.
Where did you see that?
That didn't happen to you?
No.
They spawn on buildings sometimes in your sanctuary. I'm sure this has happened to you, where they sit on a weird angle and they start jittering everywhere. Instead of walking straight and around the garbage, they walk on top of the garbage, so they start floating, just like Fallout 3. And they just made it look better. But
I've never seen any of that.
Oh, it's out there. And I thought it was just me, right? I was like, oh, maybe it's the console version that I get this problem from. It's not. I looked on YouTube and a bunch of people were like, this is Fallout 3, you guys. But it just looks better. And they were playing on the PC. Because I don't care about the Xbox to even check it out. I'm kidding. So, like, it's still janky, is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
Which is really weird, because not a lot of people are talking about the negative sides. They're all talking about, it's the greatest thing ever. And again, I'm having super fun, so much fun with this game. But it feels like they're just pushing you to do all the quests. They're throwing you out to just, like, do everything but the main mission. Because it's like, I don't want you to finish it early, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. The perk system is cool, though. I like it. I don't know. It's
the perk system, they definitely added a whole lot more customization there, too.
They really didn't mean it when they said you can play the game the way you want to. And, yeah, you really can.
Yeah.
And, like, at first I thought it was kind of cheating, because you could put, like, 6 points into endurance or something like that. And, like, you could waste a lot of points in there. And I was like, oh, but that's not a lot of decisions. But with those stats and then picking something else, like Aqua Boy or whatever the hell that is, like, you can swim in the water and not be irradiated ever from the water. You can drink it and you won't get radiation. You can, on the second level of that, if you're in the water, no one will ever notice you. You're like a crocodile. You're just stealthing. And that's, like, really sweet. I like that. So I like the perk system. Also, radiation, really quick. Did you ever get radiated in the game to a point where the game said, yo, there's a side effect that's happening, like a arm growing out of your stomach, or, like, you get your limbs regenerate faster now, or something like that, like in Fallout 3. Did you get that at all?
I have not experienced that, if that's even in there.
I think they took that out, and now it's just a red block that stops you from getting 100% health.
Yeah.
And
man, that'd be cool, have an extra arm, like, carry a couple of guns.
At least,
a gun in each hand.
Right? You start getting irradiated on purpose, and you're the only one running with, like, 8 freaking arms, just, like, all miniguns in every single one of them.
I'll just put a stun baton in each one and just run into people.
Oh my god, you would literally be just, like, twirling around, just smacking everyone, listening to the awesome radio.
Cat Dooku's got nothing on me.
Oh my god. You'd be General Grievous. What are you talking about?
Or fuck.
Yeah, just start, like... Don't forget the cough, though, because you switched your cigarettes. One thing that I did like, and then I got disappointed in the game, which sucks ass. The radio guy. We all remember Fallout 3, right? It was 3 Dog. Ow! Like, that guy was hype. He was awesome. New Vegas had, like... I forgot his name. God damn it, and I know I'm going to get yelled at, but... It had him, and he was, like, the most famous voice of actual Las Vegas. And it was cool hearing him, and he got, like, that country voice, and just... I don't know, the radios were always cool. I always loved the radios in these games. And now, when I turned on the Diamond City radio, I got freaked out. Because this commentator, this guy, literally cries.
What?
And it is the best thing. You never listened to the radio?
I've listened to a few. Which one in particular?
The Diamond City radio.
Oh, I haven't listened to that one.
This guy, let me tell you something. This guy almost made this game a 10 out of 10 for me. He will play a song, and then at the end of the song, and I'm not kidding, he literally goes, that was, hold on. Damn it. It was, it was, Lunar and the boys, yeah, the Rocket 69. So, we don't make caps here. But we get sponsors. And like he just talks like he's about to cry, and it is the coolest thing ever because you feel so bad for him. And then literally after a song ends, he freaked me out because I literally heard in my ear.
Oh man.
Oh, so that was Adabon Baby, and I'm like, were you crying?
Sounds like a horror movie type shit.
Yeah, like he's just the most depressed person ever. And he's singing all these like wartime songs that are about nuclear apocalypse, and it was fucking phenomenal. I could not wait to meet this guy in the game, shake his hand, and like make him a companion, like break the game somehow and make him my companion. Like I want him to cry next to me. That's how much I loved him. And then I met him, and he had no dialogue. He just looked at me and he said, please don't touch my stuff. And that's all he said. And I'm like, really? You were crying on the radio. Be my friend. And he's like, just the same thing. Don't touch my radio. And I'm like, damn it.
Never meet your heroes.
Right? Exactly. My hero in Fallout was the guy crying.
Yep.
Oh, but I was just so disappointed. I expected him to be like 3 Dog. Like, you know, he talks to you. He gives you like something. He might not be part of the main mission, but at least he gives you something. And I was like, damn it. Damn it.
I miss 3 Dog.
Oh my god, 3 Dog was just...
I just kept the station on all the time.
He felt like he was legitimately the DJ that you wanted in a post-apocalyptic world. Like, he was an asshole at times, but he was also fun and exhilarating at the same time.
Yeah, he made the game feel more alive.
Yeah, and the radio station, the third one, had that one. And then he also had President Johnson, I think his name was, or whatever, the guy who self-appointed himself as president.
Yeah.
Who was voiced by that amazing actor who, god damn it, he's blacking out for me, his name. Just like Ron Perlman did in the first episode where I completely forgot Ron Perlman's fucking name. I got so mad at myself.
Huh.
But, like, there was different radio stations that were kind of cool that did all that. Also, Taco, did you do... Oh, you did the Brotherhood Steel. Okay, without spoilers to other people. The mission where you have to follow the signal, that had got to be the most annoying, boring thing I've ever done in my life.
Before you meet them or after you meet them?
After you meet them. When Dance gives you, use the distress beacon signal to find out where my people are.
Yeah.
That was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. I hated it so much. And only for one reason. First time I did it, like the first time you have to grab someone, it was cool, right? You turn on your Pip-Boy, it's like, dude, dude, dude. And the closer you get to it, it's like, dude, 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 dude. It's really cool. And I was like, oh, look at Fallout being all cool and stuff. And then you get the first one, and then he's like, oh, it's not enough. Follow another distress beacon.
Wow.
And another one. And another one.
I don't know if I found that particular. I mean, I did find a few distress beacons from them, but maybe not the one you're talking about specifically.
Yeah, or you might have just like ruined the quest by already picking them up.
Maybe, because I was in the middle of other quests helping settlements and stuff, and I was walking through the wasteland getting to the next point to, discover the new spots, and there was like, you're picking up a distress signal. I'm like, oh, let me go check. Well, it won't screw it up too much because like, whenever you
probably count as like you already did it.
Yeah, when you accept the quest, it'll just automatically, like I've done it before with, what's that guy with the cowboy hat?
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah.
Call him either G or Calamity Jones.
Okay, Calamity Jones.
Yes.
Whenever he was giving me multiple quests, like one's to help out a settlement, another one to go to this other one and do this, like, or it was for a base building when you first get into it.
Yeah.
He's like, start a base building or whatever. Like, all right. Before I talk to him a second time, like I set up all the beds, all the like electric devices, like I set everything up, and then I go to him and he's like, try setting up beds now. And then like as soon as it was added, it immediately popped up again with a check mark next to it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, completed, and then the dialogue just continues that you've done it. So for anyone worried about that, don't worry, you're fine.
Sweet. No, that's really good though. Cool. Props to them for that then.
Yeah. Instead of breaking it.
But here's the one problem I had. I like the fact that I had to follow, the distress beacon, only because this is what happened. Like, I was walking around trying to figure out where the distress beacon is. The beeping got like more erratic, doot, 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 and I was like, sweet, dude, I'm getting really close. And then Deathclaw happened, and it gave me a really good run for my money. And I got murdered a few times. But it was cool because I wasn't paying attention, right? So I like that idea that you had to pay attention how close you're getting, but your surroundings are they're not getting your attention, or you're looking around too much, but you kind of lose the signal or whatever. I like that. But it was one after another after another. And that's what annoyed me. It's like, if it was follow the signal, you find this thing, okay, now go fight these guys, go do that, and then follow another signal, I'd be fine with it. But it was just signal, 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 signal. And I'm like, oh my god. How many people did you have in this group?
Yeah.
Like, really? And some of them end up in camps that they wouldn't even get that far. Let's just...
Okay. Let's not spoil anything, yeah.
Look, no, it's not even like a spoiler. I'm just saying, like, some factions really don't like the Brotherhood of Steel. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's true. There was one part while you're going across the main story. If you join the Brotherhood before then, like even as initiate, like I don't know how the word spreads, but somehow everyone already knows all over. And I'm dressed in like Raider clothing that I picked up, and then people were like, "Ew, the Brotherhood's here," and I'm just like, "How the hell did you know?" Like, so far, not even the Brotherhood of Steel knew. Like, only like the one guy who invited me in, and then, like the two people he's with. But then the whole world suddenly knows that I'm Brotherhood of Steel. No armor, no nothing. Just they just know.
Oh my god! And that's another thing that makes New Vegas so great. What clothes you wore, people immediately assumed you were with them. Like, you could have walked into an NCR place wearing like freaking what was it, the Roman Legion, and everyone would be like, "The fuck is you doing?" And they just start beating your ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I wasn't allied with them, but you wore their clothes, and that freaked them out. And I liked that, because they were like, you can't just come in here wearing Raider clothes. Like, what are you doing? But in this game, they went back to Fallout 3, where, like, you could literally find the murderer who murdered this one dude's daughter, wear the murderer's clothes, with the daughter's head in your hand, and he's gonna be, oh, thank God you did it. My girl's at peace now. And you're like, but I have her head right in front of you. And it doesn't matter because clothes don't matter. And I'm like, damn it. It's like for every step forward they went in Fallout 4, they went back at the same time, which kind of like... I really feel like Fallout 4 is just Fallout 3, but a little bit better.
Yeah.
New Vegas, okay, a lot of people hated it. Fine, don't like it. Voice acting was garbage. No one really cared. It was the same voice actor for everything. Thank God Fallout 4 doesn't do that anymore. I barely meet people that sound the same. Garrus is in it. Garrus' voice actor's in it, so that's always a plus.
Which character?
Okay, it's not a spoiler because it's a side quest mission, so fuck you if you think that's a spoiler. But there's the salt mines somewhere up north.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, I got there on my first... when I got out of the vault because I don't listen to rules. So I got there, first off, oh my god, I almost got my ass handed to me, but whatever. He's the voice actor, and he sounds straight up like Garrus. Like, his voice is Garrus. It's amazing. I just expected his little, like, jaw to, like, go... But, no, it's like... New Vegas at least tried to bring in new innovations, new ideas, new everything. They had other vaults out there because you didn't belong to a vault. That they were like, oh, okay, you know, go explore Vault 68, go explore Vault 69, which I think 69 had one guy and the rest women. Vault 68 had one woman and the rest guys. Or like you could go to Vault 86, I believe, where it's like all those plants and shit, and it was all adventurous. It was really cool, but in here it's like, defend that, go help that, investigate that, and then you're end up gonna defending it. And I'm like, yeah? And how did the radio station news all the way down in Diamond City, before I even made it there, how did that crying guy know that apparently a guy wearing blue was spotted from Vault 111? And I'm like, How the fuck did you know? I took off those clothes immediately before I even met anyone else. So you tell me who talked to Codsworth and learned I was from a vault. Except Calamity Jones knows if you tell him. But it's like you said, word spreads so fast. And it's like, how? How?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what just kind of threw me off, but whatever. So yeah, they improved on a few things. Kind of went back to the old system on a few, but whatever. I think overall it's still an improvement, but
It definitely is.
but still, yeah.
That's why I say it's like Fallout 3 plus version kind of thing. Do I hate the game? Hell no. Is it consuming my life? As in, am I playing any other game? No, I'm only playing Fallout 4 nonstop. I like it. I love it. For all its faults, for all its stupidity, I still like it. I'm still having fun with it. But don't buy into the hype. Don't think it's the greatest game ever and it's the end-all be-all, because it's not. It's not, sadly. It's still got glitches. It's still got problems. I went into VAT system the very first time I was playing on my first run to to shoot someone, and for some reason my game, I wish I pressed the record button, I swear to God, my character froze. The entire game froze when I hit VATS, and then I got thrown in the air so high up that the map looked like a JPEG. I'm looking down on it, I can't move my character, and then I just 2 seconds later start falling. I fell for 3 seconds, immediately teleported to the ground, and my character went "Bleh." It took like a bajillion damage. And I'm sitting there going, what? That was just for using VATS.
Wow.
So the game's not perfect by any means. It's still got a whole lot of crap in there. But it's super fun.
Yeah.
The buildings, as much as they could have been better in the base building, it's super addicting. I'm not even gonna lie. It really is. One of my camps, and I went there only to teleport to get closer to a mission that I was doing, immediately got attacked the moment I got there by ghouls. And holy shit did I get punished a lot, because ghouls are insane now. They literally run, lunge, jump, smack, infect, and then they tumble. All in a second.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Huh? And it's like crazy. They made the game a little bit harder, which I do like. But you don't have to drink anymore. You don't have to drink water. You don't have to eat. Like the hard mode, which I really wish they had. Because I feel like that would have prolonged the game a whole lot more. Because you would be so afraid to go from Abernathy's farm to Sanctuary, which is like, what, not even a 2-minute walk, but you would be scared shitless.
Yeah.
Because you know that mole rat is hiding somewhere. Just, I don't know. I wish they looked at New Vegas and they took something from the vanilla game, not just the mods.
Mm.
And I hope they make a Fallout 5. I really do. I hope they change the story, but don't be afraid to take chances. Please, Bethesda, take jumping chances. Don't be afraid. If it's terrible and no one likes it, then you know. Your name still carries great weight to the point where, like, Fallout 5 sucked, but Fallout 6 is going to be better. People are still going to buy.
Yeah.
But please take chances. Please take risks. Like, because how many times can you play a Fallout game that is basically essentially the same thing?
Forever.
But again, I don't hate the game. I love it.
Yes, he does. Don't listen to him, guys. He hates it. He wants to burn it.
I hate it all. No, it's fun. It's just, I wish it was a little bit better. That's all.
I think it's perfect. No, I'm kidding.
So, 4 out of 10. I'm kidding. That'd be terrible. No,
I think it's too early. I mean, we gotta.
Oh, it's way too early.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. No. This is just an opinion so far.
Yeah.
I'm not reserving judgment yet. Hell no. Maybe I hope to God that next week and I come out and I'm like, you guys, I fucked up. It's the greatest game ever. But I don't see that happening. But no, yeah, so anything else you want to add?
I think we pretty much covered everything that we experienced so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll update you guys some more when we get through more of the story and
Yeah.
and try a few other features out. Because like I still haven't even tried all the features with like trading between posts and all that. So
I have yet to freaking figure how the hell that works. I don't know. Ugh, I'll figure it out. If someone knows, please, and you're listening to this and you listen all the way to the end, congratulations. But seriously, if you know, please let us know in the comments. I really want to know. Because I just want to trade to Abernathy's farm. I just want to hang out with them. I think his daughter's really cool. I won't let Piper sing.
Aw.
A little dirty little secret.
ooh,
Yeah.
I
But
love
yeah.
Piper. My future
too.
wife.
High five. I had a bottle in my hand. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a weak one. There you go. But yeah, that's about it for now, I believe. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yes. In the link in the description down at the bottom, I'm pointing down at the bottom in case you guys didn't know. There's going to be a link to your account, to your YouTube account, because you are playing Dishonored on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you just came out with a new episode, and I got to watch it. And I was super excited, and I love what you're doing with it, honestly. I have yet to see the new episode, but I love your shit. I love your voice and how sometimes when you answer like the NPCs with your most like non-disinterested voice ever. It's like when you threw that bottle and this guy was like, "What are you doing?" and you're like, "Nothing." Like, I don't know, the way you said it was just so brilliant. But that's just me.
Yay.
Anyways, so I'm looking forward to that. You guys should definitely check that shit out. And I have been the Psychonaut.
And I have been a taco.
Yes. Or as his channel is TacticalPancakeHD.
Ooh.
I know. But his
I
name is
have a lot of names.
Also Big Dick McGee, Big Dick Adams, loves Big Dick Taco. Everything's got a lot of dicks in it. But I can't blame you. Cannot blame you.
Yeah.
But alright.
Keep going. What?
Oh, yeah. Taco.
Okay. I think we're getting a little.
Okay, yeah, no, we're done. Have a good night, good morning, whatever. That's not the way it goes. But whatever time of day is happening, enjoy yourself. Have that great day. And for what it's worth, pick up Fallout 4. Try it for yourself.
Do it.
Get it used if you're not sure, so you can return it in the 7 days or whatever. But I really feel like everyone's just going to keep it. Because it is fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're only going to waste money if you rent it because you're going to get so hooked. As soon as the first week's up, you're going to like kick yourself for not buying it.
Yeah, so don't rent it. Just get it used at GameStop if you really are unsure. And then you have 7 days to decide if you want to take it back and get your money back.
7 business days?
Yeah. But fuck you. But I feel like they're going to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another edition of, I don't know what our podcast is called, but we'll get a name eventually.
Eventually.
That's what we're going to be called, Podcast Eventually.
I like it.
I like it too. Thank you for joining us on Podcast Eventually. Have a good night. I'm really calling it that, by the way.
Okay. Has a, nice kick to it, I'm okay with it.